Have you ever disliked someone so much that your purpose in life became to make them miserable, to destroy them, if you will? That became my mission my senior year in high school. I had an educator by the name of Miss Sherry Prophet, a new teacher that was going to be teaching advanced anatomy and physiology. She's very young and petite, dressed older, I think, to earn more respect. She came in the first day of class and handed out a syllabus. Now, mind you, this was 1989. Syllabus were not commonly handed out during a high school course. She proceeded to go through the syllabus and then explain how we were going to traverse the semester. I'm guessing that you figured out that we're here today to talk about educators in the Powell County school system. But what I'm not sure that I've made clear is why I'm here. I'm here to finish my mission. While other teachers had put me through my paces, Mrs. Prophet pushed me to my breaking point. There were lecture notes that were required. She had an exact format in which we had to follow. There were notebooks that we had to keep, and there were these damn coloring sheets. This woman, this educator, this person that drove me to my breaking point did more to prepare me for college and my future than any other educator has. Although I did not see that at the time. Walking into my first college course, what was the first thing that the instructor did was hand out a syllabus. Then proceeded to talk about lecture notes, how important they were and how they were going to be on the exam. And finally, yes, it was an anatomy and physiology course, and there were damn coloring sheets again. So let me walk you through how I thought this crazy woman impacted my life forever. As I had mentioned, the first day of course, she hands out a syllabus. So we start talking about class structure. She goes through her syllabus, and it has all of these assigned due dates and assignments and all of this good stuff on it. And when someone asks to go to the restroom, she's like, you don't have to ask, you can just go. As long as the privileges are not abused, there's no reason to ask. I was dumbfounded, and I'm like, okay, mistake number one. So obviously, I abused that. 2 weeks into the course, she came in and said, okay, you can bring your assignments and put them up here. I'm like, what assignment? You didn't assign anything. Yeah, it's in your syllabus. But that was 2 weeks ago, So again, I'm arguing, trying to make my point. I didn't win. The next thing was her lecture notes. She stood in front of the class and she lectured. She had a format where we had to put certain information on the right side of the page, certain information on the left side of the page, and then there was things that we put in the center and all, and this format must be followed. Again, she's crazy. So I took my own notes and I failed my first notebook assignment. Again, I argue the point, and I'm becoming more furious as the course goes on. Finally, I just felt like she had no control over the course. I would argue with her in front of the class, in front of the students. They're laughing. They're thinking, oh, let's get Mitch to do it. Mitch will do it. She never engaged. She never lost her cool. She never did anything. And I thought to myself, I've won. The breaking point for me, and I thought, this is it. I have won the battle. She called my home after school one day I'm sure to discuss my behavior with my parents. And I answered the phone and I said, who's calling, please? They asked for my parents. And I said, who's calling, please? They said, this is Mrs. Prophet. And I said, that's your first mistake. And I hung up the phone. Yeah, not one of my proudest moments, but I had won. I had kept her at bay. I thought I had broke her. She is not going to come back. So with trying to destroy this little woman that I knew that I had home crying every single night, because there's no way that I'm going to learn something from this person, from doing coloring sheets, from reading a syllabus and taking these crazy notes. So In conclusion, did I win? Maybe not that mission, but I won the mission of life. This teacher, this educator, this person taught me more about how to prepare for and study, and I was just too stupid to see it. For the record, I did come back a few years later and personally apologize for the way that I acted and treated her. And so today, I'd like to recognize and thank Mrs. Provitt for all of her hard work and dedication that she has done for all the education and educating our future.